How much should we be looking to pay if we're going to hire a video guy that's kind of like yours? What would you think the typical pay is?
Again, it depends on how much you're going to be involved. Like, so for me, like I've talked to other videographers in other areas of the country, and they're like, "Hey, to do what you do, I would charge $1,000 a video," and I'm like, "Okay, like my guy's not as much as that, but again, I send them in volume." But then I'm like, "Well, what would that entail?" And he's like, "Well, I would do the scouting, I'd help with some scripting, I'd figure out some of the titles, I'd figure out some of these other things. There's like a lot involved." I'm like, "Well, what if you just showed up, you shot, edited, and that was it, you know?" And so then the cost comes down. And so it's really come to be going to be dependent on how much you're going to want to do in terms of the actual upfront work. And that's a way you can get some of your costs down. But I've seen it as low as like $250. I've seen it as much as 3,000, and really everything in between.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you've seen Brad McCullum's videos. They're insane, right?
They're insane. Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, different style, but everything works as long as you're consistent and you provide value, which is the cool thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a huge piece is like, why are you doing this YouTube thing, right? Like, I want to get leads. I want to sell houses, right? But how many agents are like, you and I, we talked before about this. Like every agent I know that starts out a video, they typically start their video and they say, "Hey, this is Ken Pozek with Keller Williams. I'm in Orlando. And listen, if you want to buy or sell a house, I want to be your real estate agent because I'm the best. I'm those 30 under 30. I sold 100 houses last year, blah, 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 blah." And then let's get into the video. And by then everybody's clicked off. They don't give a crap about you, right? They care about why are you there. And so like your thought should always be first and foremost, how can I deliver massive value for anybody watching this video? And hopefully at the end, I've earned the opportunity to get a subscribe or ask them if they at the very end can reach out for you to help buy or sell a house. And so that's what we do. When I changed my mindset around that, like our viewership went up, our subscribers went up, our leads went up, all of that kind of stuff.
All right. So how much business so far have you done from YouTube over the last few months? And if you want to break it down just to like this year, that's fine.
Yeah, so like we're at $51 million closed and pending, and 38% of that year to date is from YouTube.
All right. So explain to me how somebody finds you on YouTube. Is it typically, are they watching your lives and commenting and you go back and forth? Do they message you? Do they watch old videos and type it in there in the comments? What does that look like?
It's a little bit of everything, and that's actually our system that we're trying to figure out. So right now it's like they reach out to me on Instagram, they reach out to me on text, they email me, they call me. It's like a little bit of everything. And so we're trying to streamline that as much as possible because we have leads coming from all over. And I want to make sure that the process is really, really succinct. So I've been telling people to email me, and then I've got somebody monitoring my email box to make sure we don't miss any. And so that's been working really well. But if they went and watched some of my old videos, I still get a text every once in a while. Like I used to put out my cell phone number. And so I get a text, "Hey, I watched your video. I think you're awesome. We want to work with you, blah, blah, blah." But then randomly, like we started having people on Instagram reach out. "Yeah, I've been watching your YouTube videos forever." And I'm like, it's so weird that you watched YouTube, then you reached out on Instagram. But it happens a lot.
That makes sense though, because Clubhouse also, you go to Instagram to message people, right? So it's like the place to go to message people. It's interesting.
It is. Yeah, I agree.